My name is Warwick Smith. I am CEO of American Pacific Mining Corp. We focus on high-grade assets in the western U.S. that can be the desire of majors. Roughly 200 million shares out in the company, $6.1 million in cash. Michael Gentile is the major shareholder. Good group of significant funds that are shareholders as well. About another $4 million in warrants that we suspect will come in this year as well. Not a lot of $40 million market caps that will see roughly 20 million in exploration this year, but we're certainly proud to be one of them. One of the two lead assets is Palmer. Let's see if this plays. Oh yeah, there we go. This is a 14 million ton VMS up in Alaska. We bought this roughly 18 months ago. It had 200 drill holes into it when we got involved. Came in with some new geologic ideas on an entirely new team. We were able to drill the 4 best copper drill holes ever on the project last summer. Again, our first year drilling it, and now coming into a big year this year as well. Here's where it's located, just to show you that it's a very pregnant system. The AJ mine is there, Windy Craggy, Greens Creek as well. Here's the resource. I won't spend too much time on it, but it's a roughly 10% zinc equivalent or almost 4% copper equivalent prior to the drilling last year. As mentioned, here are the drill holes from last year. In my old age, my eyes are not as good, so if I get these partially wrong, please excuse me. But yeah, 43 meters of 6.5% copper, 8% copper equivalent, 37 meters of, looks like 8.5% copper equivalent. If I duck down a bit, 23 meters of 11% copper equivalent. So a good high grade system. We're partnered on this with a group called Dowa Metals and Mining. They own the largest smelter out of Japan. Previously, before we got involved, they had really focused just on developing this project. But after seeing some of these high grades, and they agreed with us that, you know, we're sort of duty bound to go and drill some exploration holes and look to make this bigger. Part of the reason that when we liked it and when we took it over was that there's 16 VMS showings, but only 4 of them are in the PEA. So we always viewed this as a project that we felt could grow significantly, and we're going to get a good crack at that this year. Go to the laser pointer here. If we look at this slide, on the right here, you'll see zones 1, 2, and 3, and then the RW zone. That's 10 million of the 14 million tons that are in the resource. And right here is what we reference as North Wall. North Wall is roughly 300 meters away and has never been drilled. Very similar size signature. Very excited that we're going to get to drill this year. Certainly a good opportunity to see the resource grow. $12.8 million US budget this year, so roughly $17.5 million Canadian. We'll contribute our management fee. We get a 7% management fee paid for by Dowa Mining and Metals. So we'll put about $1 million into that. So that doesn't touch the $6.1 million in cash that we have today. This is the Madison mine down in Montana. High grade skarn at surface, porphyry underneath. I'll lean into the high grade portion of it. It carries some absolute cracker grades. Previously had a partner with Rio Tinto here, but we own 100% of this project now. And we'll be drilling this at the end of this month. And I should have mentioned on Palmer, it's either June 12th or 14th, we start drilling there as well. So we'll be drilling on 2 high grade assets in the western US. Here's Madison. So last in production between 2008 and 2012, small scale production, 2.7 million pounds of copper, but with grades ranging between 20 and 35% copper and 7,500 ounces of gold at 16.1 grams per ton gold as well. So those were grades that certainly caught our attention when we first looked at it. We own 100% of this. $6.8 million has been spent on it since 2019. Here's some of the drill highlights that are all in the skarn. So these are all sort of 0 to 200 meters. I feel like that mic's breaking. There we go. So 30 meters of almost 25 grams gold. If you look down to the middle, 61 meters of almost 7% copper. So really good high-grade hits within this. The predecessor company had drilled into a latite porphyry as well. We are going to chase up after both of those targets this year. We'll start with a 5-hole drill program into the skarn, which we may extend. We'll spend about $1 million there. And then we'll go drill some of the deep porphyry targets as well and spend about $1 million there. So about a $2 million program that starts at the end of this month. For all the geologists in the crowd, this is a Eric Saderholm's favorite slide. Just in that all the rock types run. If you look on the left, that's a jasperoid, so typically just an indicator rock in places like Nevada. Here that's running 1/2 ounce. Native copper, which obviously is going to run really well. And then the massive sulfide there. So in somewhere like a Fortitude deposit, there's lots of that massive sulfide, but it doesn't run at all. Here, that's where they're getting their the best grades, what we've drilled into it. So we drilled 1/2 meter of 150 grams gold of that 2 years ago. 1.5 meters is 69 grams gold, 14 meters of 12 grams. So it's a really nice host rock. It's dense, it's heavy. You can put in a lot of tons very quickly. We'll be targeting that this year, starting at the end of this month. Additional projects, we have a few different projects throughout Nevada. I won't touch on all of these, just in that we are looking for partnerships for these to have other groups come in, spend money on those projects, and then we'll either retain shares in cash or retain a percentage of these projects while they're having other people spend their money on them. Key takeaways. I mean, I think the real key here is we're roughly a $40 million market cap. We're fully cashed up with $6.1 million in cash. We'll see roughly $20 million in exploration over the next few months. So when you're looking at juniors, you want ones that are drilling, and we are certainly doing that extensively. Drilling at Madison starts the end of this month. Drilling at Palmer will start mid-June. This is the team. Myself, Jonas Lang, who's speaking up next. Peter Mercer, who runs Alaska for us. He's doing an excellent job up in Alaska. Al Nesh, who's our CFO. Eric Saderholm, former head of exploration in the Western U.S. for Newmont. Ken Cunningham used to run Miranda Gold and then knew a independent director in Ali Hakimzadeh. I've done that fairly quickly, so please pop by the booth if you have any questions. Appreciate you.